Hi, this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments, and I am coming to you today to talk a little bit about clustering. So I don't know how long you've been a scrapbooker, but when I started back 25 years ago or so, it was really not something that we really talked about, how to put stickers on your page and what would look nice and how to make it look nice and different things like that, or how to embellish appropriately. And let me show you what I mean by that. I have a perfect example here in one of my daughter's books. And so I can show you. We used to do something that some people have called sticker sneezes. And so you'll notice that on these pages, there are kind of stickers all over the place. I cropped my photos all very small, and there are just stickers all over and kind of willy-nilly just taking up the voided space, almost like I couldn't stand for there to be any white space on the page. Let me show you a couple of other examples in another book. This is my other daughter's book, and she has a couple of these pages. So here, flowers just kind of all over the place and not really together, but just sort of all over to decorate. And they look nice, you know. Here's a SeaWorld page where there's just little sea animals kind of all over the place, and the page isn't bad. And you know, I'm not here to tell you that, you know, your pages that you did where you put stickers all over them like this are horrible. That's not what I'm saying. But there is a better way, and it looks much nicer. And so I just thought I would share some ideas of things that you can do to maybe improve your pages, or maybe just have a different look on your pages. Today, I'm going to be using the Deep in the Woods sticker pack that we have. And each of our sticker packs tend to have one page that has, or one piece of them that, or one page that has kind of borders. They're 12-inch long stickers, which are, can be used many different ways. There's usually a sticker page that has just sort of pictures that are related to the theme, and go with the borders, of course. And then there's usually a page that has some really cute advice or sayings on it, and in amongst some other small picture type stickers. All right, so you've heard of the rule of 3, or odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. So typically what I do when I'm going to start making a cluster is I start with my word stickers, and I decide which one of those I'm going to want to use. And if I'm not going to use a word sticker, then I choose some kind of an embellishment that is going to be a focal point for the cluster. So if I'm not going to use a sticker, then maybe I would use this cute embellishment that comes from our must-have laser titles. And super cute, and definitely applies to the pages that I'm doing and goes with the theme. So I'm going to use this, and along with that, I'm going to use 2 other stickers. So remember the rule of 3. This is one. I'm going to choose another one that is maybe more colorful, and then maybe something that has more detail. If you know anything about floral arranging, that this is kind of along those same lines, at least in my brain. You want something that has a line, and something that maybe has more detail, or something that's kind of smaller. So I think I'm going to choose maybe this big branch right here, the sticker, and picture it kind of underneath. Since this has some cutouts in it, it'll show through really cute and nice. And I'm going to use my repositionable adhesive. I'm just put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this. If you haven't used our repositionable adhesive, it is the bomb diggity. I love it to pieces because it comes off in these cute little dots. I don't know if you can see that on the page, kind of can. So it comes off in these cute little dots. It also hangs off the edge maybe just a little bit because I don't worry about that hole right there. I can go right over it because it just rubs right off my work surface and I don't have to worry. All right, so then I can take my branch and carefully place it where I want it, stick those two together. And that's awesome. And I don't have to worry about extra adhesive back here. If I did, I could just rub it right off and it wouldn't be a problem because that's that benefit of repositionable adhesive. All right, so now what else am I going to add to this particular cluster? Let's see, maybe a mushroom. We could put a mushroom in there. Let's see. These tall guys right here. Where can we stick him? Maybe just sort of going across this right here. All right. Then what you can do with these cute little clusters, once they're put together, is you can add foam squares. And then that lifts them up off the page just a little bit to give them more of a three-dimensional look. So I would just reach up here to my foam squares. They come in two different sizes. This page is almost used up, as I notice. But I'll put a big one up there. Big one over here. You want, when you put foam squares on, just a word to the wise, always make sure you support your design in the center so that you don't have sagging. Because if you're using a sticker and you used, and you didn't put a foam square in the center, it will sag and it will stick to your page and then you'll have this big dip in the middle. So always put a sticker, a foam square right in the middle so that it just doesn't do that. And put some of my smaller foam squares in the smaller areas. Oh, that one is not quite centered. Sometimes it's hard to see. There we go, that works better. Put one right here just to give it some support. Uh-oh, huh, stuck to my nail. All right. Come on, get off there. Okay, so, and we probably need one down here too. Sometimes I have made up my clusters ahead of time when I know I'm doing a big project, and as I'll show you in a second, I have quite a few pages to do that are on this same similar theme. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this past summer, my family and I went to visit Bryce Canyon and Zion National Park. And so we have all of these beautiful pictures from our experiences there, looking at all the kudus and, I mean, sorry, not kudus, they're called hoodoos, looking at all the hoodoos and seeing all the beautiful scenery from those canyons and parks. So I used the same theme or the same design with adding my paper to these pages and similar colors, schemes, and similar papers so that I could go ahead and use the same types of embellishments on all these pages as well. So it should make things easier to embellish. So then I can come back in here and put a title in there and journal around it, or I can maybe move this title over here and use this space to journal in, and it will just naturally flow that way. All right, and if you're going to make up your clusters ahead of time, I recommend that you get some wax paper or you use maybe one of your packing sheets with the chipboard that's already inside of it. If you have maybe used up a packet of your page protectors, that works perfect because it's already covered in plastic. If you only open just the very edge, and then you can stick your clusters right on here and keep them nice and neat, and until you're ready to use them, and then you can just pop them right off and stick them in your album. All right, just some ideas, but keep remembering that value of 3. And then also, let me put a couple more together here and I can show you some more ideas for when you put them on your page. All right, so let's see, let's use a sticker. Let's see, maybe we'll just use this big tree right here. And we'll use between every 2 pines is a doorway to a new world. I like that. That sounds really cool. Okay, so we're gonna add our tree sticker to that and our other tree sticker to that. And maybe since we're talking about between 2 pines, maybe I should add another tree sticker to the other side, which might be a little bit much, but I have some spaces that are kind of larger, so I think this will be just fine. If you're concerned about the stickiness of your stickers and adding foam squares to the back, another cute trick, a couple of other ideas you can use is this. You can take your sticker and you can stick it to your pants. Just stick it right to your pant leg. And then when you take it off, you end up with, and of course, because I'm doing a video, it doesn't really show, but typically you end up with lint stuck to your sticker, which helps to keep it from getting quite so sticky on your page. Also, another thing you can do is you can get some, get a small brush and some cornstarch. Let me show you that. I have it handy here. So this is baby powder, but you can also use cornstarch or anything that's going to be really fine. Baby powder works great. Cornstarch also works great. Get a little tiny container to keep it in so that it's not gonna be super horribly messy. Use your small wire brush and kind of brush it on here, dab it on here. It will take the stickiness off of your sticker so it doesn't stick down to your page. The only thing you have to be careful about with this is it can be really messy. So you'll want to, be sure that you're cleaning it up after. Okay, but it does definitely take the stickiness off of your stickers. I didn't put it all over mine, but I did get the center parts of each of those big stickers because they're going to be harder to keep from sticking to my page. All right, then we're going to, I'm going to get another package of foam squares because I didn't realize that I didn't have very many left on that sheet. I'm going to need some, so those bigger ones. Putting a bazillion of the small ones on such a large sticker base is kind of tedious. All right, so we're going to just take a few of these big stickers or big foam squares and put them strategically around our design. Remember what I said about putting one in the middle. I still put one in the middle even when I've dusted my design because I just really don't like it when they stick. All right, so there's two. Let's do one more. What else can we do here? That'll apply. Let's use Discover. I like Discover. And we're going to use, I'm going to use two of these little leaves. Right. Going to use our repositionable adhesive. I put a little on either end of my word so that I can add my leaves on there like this. All right. And now, let's see. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to add this bow that's up here to the back. All right. Now I'm going to add a little bit of foam squares to this one too. Have you tried using foam squares? There is a little bit of a trick. If you don't want your albums to be extra thick. So give me just a second here and I will show you how to do that. Sometimes you'll want to use foam squares, maybe other times you won't want to use foam squares. So it is kind of up to you which way you want to play it. But here I've got my 3 designs, my 3 clusters. All right. And now let's find a good page that all of these can go on. Let's see. All right, so this page right here has some really beautiful papers and some really beautiful pictures of scenery, but not a lot of interest otherwise. So I'm going to go ahead and add some embellishments to this page just to make it a little bit more fun. So I'm going to, first of all, I think I'm going to put this one up here in that little bit of void of sky. And because I'm doing one in that upper corner, I want my eye to go from this corner to this corner, and I want it to flow. So typically we would put an embellishment somewhere in the center of this page. Of course, I can't do that because of the way I have my photos arranged. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next best thing, and I'm going to go ahead and put this embellishment towards the center of my page. Or what I could even do is separate this so that part is on one page and part is on the other page. So let me get this off. Sorry, I didn't think about that ahead of time, but I think that's a great way to kind of compromise. I'm going to just add another cute little sticky to this one. And then that way we can put a little bit of it on both pages so that it draws your eye to the center. And then we're going to put this one maybe back up here to Discover. So the idea when you're putting your clusters on your page is to vary their height and vary their location. So you want something in the upper third of the page, you want something in the middle third of the page, and something in the lower third of the page. And you want, as if you're dividing the double page into three, you want 3 zones, you want something in each of those 3 zones. Now, it's a little bit more difficult on this page, as I said before, because of the way I have my photos laid out. Let's see if we might be able to do it with these 3 clusters on another page. Here, this page would probably work better. All right, so if we go ahead and put our outdoor fun up here in the corner, just like we did before, right? Then we can put our between every 2 pines is a doorway to a new world right here in the center. And we can put this one kind of off to the side right here. Or maybe we want to put this one, because it's larger, we can put it up here in the corner, and this one here in that space. See how that works? Draws your eye and completes the page. Let's try another page and see if that might work better. So here we've got a page where we could put this down here. We could put this one in the center. We could put this one up here. All right. Let me scoot that over so you can see a little bit better. So again, the idea is something in the top third, something in the middle third, something in the lower third, something in the right third, something in the center, something on the left. Sorry, left, right. I know my right and left. Okay, anyway, so a fun idea. You can put your clusters together ahead of time and save them, and then that way you've got them ready to go, or you can put them together as you need them so that you can make them fit your space. Whatever works best for you and is easiest for you, do that. And it'll be more fun for you to embellish your pages when you put your things together in clusters, so that you have more room for your journaling and more room for the things that are important, like your photos and the details of your trip. All right, I hope you've gotten some new ideas from this, and I hope that it helps you to be able to make beautiful pages for your family and friends from this point forward. Thanks so much for watching, and happy keep creating.